Now, I don't want to blame everything on the economy. All right? Why are you such a bad person? It's the economy. You know, why are you late for our date? The economy. Why is the economy? Everything's somehow attributed to the economy. So that allows for some justification to get us off the hook. All right? I'm drinking a lot more because of the economy. All right? I'm engaged in this kind of behavior because of the economy. Well, that's one part of it. But you also have an individual choice. You can decide about your behavior and how you wish to conduct yourself in a workplace in which you are working with other professional adults. I keep coming back to that theme because that's the thing that when Lee Meadows is trying to wrestle through this behavior, and when I've had to deal with individuals who engage in this kind of behavior, I'm always fascinated as to why. Why? Now, the person being targeted probably doesn't spend any time going, let me conduct a psychological profile of this individual to understand why he or she is engaged in such abusive behavior toward me. I doubt that very seriously, although it is a consideration. The persona, the position, and the power. I think there is a profile inclination to bullying behavior that oftentimes gets reinforced, sometimes intentionally, within our organizations. When employees were bored, their creativity went in other areas, some of which weren't exactly productive, some of which were very creative, but some of which were not very productive. So we had well-paid bored employees who worked within this inflexible model that the organization created, and we were happy with that. But when we detonated that model and moved toward workplace flexibility, what we expected from you and from everybody is that we would have more employee flexibility. And what does that flexibility mean for us, ladies and gentlemen? All right? That means the ability to move from one task to the next, with the help of all your connecting tools. So if there is a financial issue that's going on, you pull up your spreadsheet and you work with that. But look at this HR issue that came, this behavioral thing that's going over here, so I got to go get the HR policy. But now I got to go work on this task force, so I got to pull up the project management. So I got to go do that. So you move from one task to the next because the tools allow you to do that. But how many of us ever feel like we've completed the task? It's not a right that you have, it's a right that you give up. You give up certain rights in order to elevate. So, what's one of the rights that you have to give up? One, you give up the right to have the dominant opinion in the engaged conversation. And there are a number of husbands in the room going, not here too. That was my one place of salvation. You give up the right to have the dominant opinion in the engaged discussion. And why, ladies and gentlemen? Because you're trying to get at ideas. You're trying to get at ideas. And anyone in any leadership role knows that the moment you bring an idea forward, well, here's something that I was thinking about. That becomes the idea in a moment. Here's one of the things I have observed. One of the fascinating things that effective leaders do is they make it special. They make being in an organization a very special experience. Somehow they manage to craft a culture where people actually enjoy coming to work. They actually enjoy working with one another. They're challenged by what goes on and motivated to want to carry on in that regard. Because one of the fascinating things that happens when that person has been in a very special experience, if they leave, they spend the rest of their career either looking for that experience or trying to create it. They either look for it or they're trying to create it because they know it exists. It exists.